Everybody, and welcome back to the show. This is the EO Network podcast here. We are here getting set to talk about tonight's topic. As always, I'm Adrian Matt, joined by my broadcast colleague T, who's joining me right now.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Broken Rebel Tea Time, and I'm glad to be back here.
It looks like Microsoft, though, is they're on to something. And the reason why I say that is because this past week, Microsoft issued a statement about the new Xbox, the new up and coming Xbox that is expected to come out either in 2026 or 2027, one of the 2 years. And this new Xbox is going to be very different than all the other previous Xbox. And we're going to get more into that in just a minute here. But according to what we heard, this Xbox is going to be more PC like. What I mean by that is apparently this is going to be having, or at least this Xbox is going to have PC integrated with its console. Your thoughts on this?
I think that's going to be awesome, and here's why: because there's a lot of games that are on PC that you can, that console players do not have ability. That being said, like if you're playing like WWE games, you can mod your characters. You can add your own music and stuff inside these games, and like in GTA games, you can also mod your cars. Put police cars in the game. Put the cars that you want in the game. That's why PC gamers are enjoying the PC games because you can also add stuff that is not in a mod. That is not on console. You can mod your
Right.
stuff inside the PC games, and I think
Yeah,
that's going to be good.
I'm not going to lie to you. If that's the case, I really cannot wait for this. This is going to be the coolest thing in the world. I mean, this is something that I've been waiting for an entire decade. I mean, I've been asking for this for so long, for PC to be integrated with a console. I've never gotten a PC before, but I've heard good things about it. How PC has the best graphics. How, it basically does have the best games on there. At least it's very easy for you to get games on there. Listen, from what I understand, Microsoft, it looks like they're actually trying to, as I stated before, they're trying to have more of an emphasis on PC gaming within the Xbox ecosystem, and they're probably leveraging the strengths of both platforms. And being able to do that really does give them more leverage to perhaps maybe undermine PlayStation and their sales, because according to what I was reading, Xbox isn't, it's not doing the best when it comes to sales, T. I mean, this is what I've been reading. Despite the fact that, yes, Xbox has sold millions worldwide, it still does not pale in comparison to the PlayStation sales.
Oh, I mean, because see, PlayStation, um, it has like developing more of these games or these exciting games. While I'm not saying Xbox does not do that, Xbox do come out with great games, but we got games like Last of Us, that's still coming, and people are still coming out with um different versions of Last of Us games, and many more games that's gonna come to the PlayStation like Wolverine and stuff. People are excited for these games. Well, Xbox is going to try to capitalize it and bring its own new games too, and I'm excited for the new games coming to the Xbox. Adrian.
Oh my God, I honestly cannot wait. Now, think about it this way here. So, Xbox Series X, just so you know, apparently, according to Microsoft, whenever it first came out, the idea was that the Xbox Series X was as powerful as a PC. Now, many people disputed that. But at the same token, a lot of people still state that that is the case, that Xbox Series X is indeed as powerful as a PC, but it doesn't really do much compared to a PC. So imagine the graphics. Imagine how things are going to change. I mean, it's going to be, as they said, generational for them to include PC, integrating that to an Xbox console. It is unheard of. We've never heard of a console being integrated into a PC or vice versa in this case. And the fact of the matter is that's exactly what's going to be happening here. So Microsoft decided to make the initiative to make sure that they were going to step up their game and that they were going to do something different when it came to the Xbox ecosystem. And they did a really good job doing so and trying to change things up because, again, Sony has been number one in the gaming side of things. And I guess in a way, if you think about it, it makes sense because Sony has been in the gaming industry long before Xbox.
Yeah, yeah. I think Microsoft is doing what is best because going back to its roots, right? Because Microsoft is um basically PC, right? Microsoft is built on computer. Microsoft is a computer, right? So that's what they're trying to go back to being like these computer-based game, and that's what you need to do to top PlayStation. PlayStation is just solely game, like gamers, like you know, um, Sony is not a computer-based game. No, it's
Right.
just regular games where Microsoft is computer games. So I
Exactly.
think Microsoft is doing something right by going back to its roots on being computerized games.
So I would like to just say this. And that's true. Microsoft originated from Windows and computers, all that, and they weren't originally a console-based company. Sony, on the other hand, did really have it start with the PlayStation. I mean, PlayStation really defined Sony, and PlayStation One, Two, and beyond really did a great job in kind of captivating gamers around the world. So therefore, a lot of people would attribute gaming to PlayStation. So when Xbox came around, it was really hard for them to get back on their, or at least not get back on their feet, but even start on their feet. The fact of the matter is they were crawling at first, and then whenever Halo came out, that's whenever they were able to finally get the chance to walk, and now they're running. However, not only are they running now, but unfortunately they did run into a few potholes, which is again the reason why, in my opinion, I believe that Sony is still number one when it comes to gaming. Now, I personally prefer Xbox over Sony. I prefer Xbox over PlayStation. I do. I really do. But when it comes to sales, it just shows that again Sony seems to be the number one in gaming. But going back to my initial point, Xbox again was not a primary, or at least Microsoft was not a primary console company. So think about it this way. So here comes Microsoft, who primarily works on computers and PCs. Now they're going to be taking their number one and they're going to be putting it into their console. So if they're taking what they do best and they're integrating that with a console, just imagine the differences. It's just going to be leaps and bounds. It's probably going to honestly be just a night and day from comparing Series X, for instance, the latest one, to to basically what's going to be happening, or at least coming out in 2027 expected.
I mean, they're gonna try to increase the graphics. They're gonna try to increase the gameplay. They're gonna try to do everything that the gamers that's on PC. They're gonna make it for the people that plays Xbox. They're gonna make it to the point that we can have a great Xbox system for years to come, and I cannot wait
Yep.
to see the dynamics that they're going to put into this system. I mean, it's going to be incredible, Adrian. I can't
Yeah.
imagine. I can't wait.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Again, I mean, the news broke out this past week and everybody's been talking about it. And a lot of people are not necessarily giving, much faith into Microsoft. And I mean, and I disagree with a lot of people stating that Microsoft is not going to succeed with this. And a lot of people are saying that Microsoft is going to throw in the proverbial towel and give it up, and they're not going to be making any more consoles after this. That's all hogwash. Listen, Microsoft is doing great when it comes to Xbox alone. Okay, if you're comparing it to Sony when it comes to sales, fine. The Sony sales are doing much better than the Xbox sales. I get that, but I mean, in general, just in general, I mean, Microsoft, they have done so much to the point that they can't just throw in the towel at this point. From Halo to Gears of War to now integrating, all these current games like Call of Duty and of course the Xbox Game Pass and so forth. This is all, in this is all for the audience, and they're not going to just throw all this away and just throw in that towel, as I said before. So all the people who are stating that this new Xbox is going to be the last and that Microsoft is going to finally give it up after this and all that stuff, I honestly do not believe it. In fact, I think this really is going to be the start of something new. This is going to be revolutionary because, again, it's not just a console now. I mean, we're looking at a console that has the PC capabilities. So which is it? Is it really just 100% console or 100% PC? I guess it's just 50-50, right?
I think it's going to be try. I think it's going to be both. I think it's going to be 50-50. 50 PC, 50 gaming, which is pretty cool. But to the people that is saying negative things about the new Xbox, I mean, you guys are probably the same people that said bad things about the Nintendo Switch 2 that is doing great right now. As
Yep.
we heard Nintendo Switch 2 is a success. So who is to say that the new Xbox is not going to be a success? Who's to say that the
Exactly.
new PlayStation is not going to be a success? We don't know until it comes out. So don't say anything negative before it comes out because you might get us have a second thought and say, "Oh, this is so awesome! This great, the graphics, the gameplay." So don't sit there and judge it before it comes out because you will be mind blown when it comes out.
Yeah, and I think it's just people being biased. A whole lot of them are definitely people who definitely probably just support Sony nonstop, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure they're going to jump on the bandwagon and so forth. But I'll tell you one thing. I agree with you 100% with that. I truly agree. I think it would be unfair for anyone to just judge this. So a lot of people are already passing judgment, but you know nothing. You absolutely know nothing about this console or
Exactly.
PC or whatever. So how are you going to pass judgment? So it's going to be again. It's going to be up to Microsoft, though, to really try to do everything they can to try to gain their credibility back. I'd like to say back on Xbox One days, back in 2013, that's whenever I saw a shift in credibility when it came to Microsoft. A lot of people loved the original Xbox. A lot of people loved the Xbox 360, so much so that a lot of people were also stating that Xbox 360 was even better than the PlayStation. People were actually choosing Xbox over PlayStation. So the 360, it really was so huge. It was just one of the best of the best. So when Xbox One came out, that's when things started going downhill. I remember the reports coming in. I remember the critics coming in. I remember a lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, no! Why are they going from 360 to this?" And now they're saying that you need to connect to play, and also you need to have internet. Otherwise, if you don't have internet, then it's just going to be a brick and it's not going to work.
Yes.
PlayStation capitalized off of that, and ever since Microsoft wasn't really seen the same, or at the very least, Xbox was not seen the same since. So this is now their chance. This is their time. Microsoft, they need to do, again, everything they can to regain the credibility that they have lost through the years, because if unfortunately they do not gain this credibility, then it really is going to be downhill once again from here on out. And despite the fact that I don't believe that Microsoft is going to throw in the towel, I don't
Oh no,
honestly
no,
don't believe
no, no.
that. It's still going to affect their sales, and it really is just. It's not going to look good on them. So I have faith in Microsoft. I do. I have faith in the company, and I have faith that this console, that's going to be released in 2027, will indeed be perhaps a much stronger console compared to a PC.
Adrian, you hit the head nail on a coffin. I think the saying is, or the yeah. You mentioned Xbox was doing, with the Xbox Gold and stuff. It was so difficult because people had to buy Connect and stuff, and that's why people went to PlayStation because Xbox was being too difficult at that time because you have to get a Connect to get online. Have a you have to have internet to get on Xbox Live. You have to get on internet to talk with your friends on Xbox Live. So
Right.
that's why people on PlayStation were saying, "Oh, PlayStation is better because you don't need an internet to play games. You don't need internet to join your friends. You don't need
Right.
internet to do the stuff that Xbox is doing, and that's why, like you said, Xbox was hurting, you know, that's why Xbox was hurting, and like you said, Microsoft I said Microsoft is going back to its roots. You said Xbox need to get back on track. Yes, Xbox need to get back to where it once was. Come on, let's go. Let's bring it back.
And I have faith in it, like I said, and I'm gonna say it right here, right now. Though I always preferred the Xbox over the well, This is going to sound as if I was never a fan of PlayStation. I want to let everyone
No.
know that PlayStation 1 was my first console. In fact, that was the first console I've ever played. I remember playing PlayStation 1, Spyro, 1, 2, and 3, and then the other games. And then PlayStation 2 came out, and then I started playing the wrestling games, the fighting games, the adventure
Yes.
games like Ratchet and Clank, and all the other great games that they had over
Classic.
there. So PlayStation, oh yeah, indeed. PlayStation 1 and 2 were amazing. And I mean, I loved those consoles. They were great. PlayStation 3 came out, but I never got it because the Xbox captivated me. And one of the main reasons was because of Halo. So Halo really is a pure, in fact, the only reason why I'm indeed, of course, an Xbox fan. But nonetheless, though, I'd like to state that I agree with you 100%. This is going to be their time. It's going to be their moment that they got to shine. PlayStation has been in the forefront for the past decade and being considered the number one gaming console, the go-to console people go to. In fact, I understand GTA 6, by the way, according to what was
Yes.
stated, they stated that GTA 6, they used a PlayStation 5 to record the trailer for GTA 6 because they state that the PlayStation is the strongest, it's the most powerful. So this is going to be the time for Microsoft to make this the most powerful console. They have the capabilities, they can indeed do it, they have the money to do it for sure, and they know exactly what they're doing. And again, they have specialized in PCs. They've specialized in computers. So now that they're going to be integrating PC onto the Xbox, just imagine the unbelievable heights they're going to take it to.
Yeah. I'm still stuck on GTA 6 because the
Exactly.
trailer looks incredible. We've
Oh my
been
god.
waiting for
Yep.
this game for a long time, and it's finally here next year on
Hmm.
PlayStation and Xbox. We get to
I
play
can't wait.
GTA 6. That's gonna
Can
be
you imagine the game
incredible.
nights?
Oh, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be
I
involved.
can't
That's gonna
wait.
be incredible, dude.
We're gonna find out exactly what's gonna take place on GTA 6 when it first comes out. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm tired of Xbox being pushed behind. I mean, I'm tired of it. Every single time I go to the comment section of any video relating to Xbox, people are just always bombarded and stating that, hey, just so you know, um, PlayStation's better, and everybody is just bombarding the comment section stating that. And a lot of people always like to make the claim and say, well, you can't deny it that the sales speak for themselves. In fact, you can't really do any comebacks if you're an Xbox fan because the sales just speak for themselves, and that's just a fact. So you can't combat anything we say. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of reading all these different comments from all these PlayStation idiots, okay? And again, I have respect for Sony. I have respect for PlayStation. But in my opinion, Xbox is number one. It really is. The controller's better. The video games were much better, of course, through the years. And the entire ecosystem, the menus to all the different capabilities that the Xbox was able to bring, that was much better than PlayStation for sure. So going back, this is the time, and I have faith. I have honestly the faith. Microsoft is going to finally turn things around, and they're going to actually turn the tables, and now they're going to be the go-to console. They're going to be considered to be the number one when it comes to console gaming, and they're going to be the number one when it comes to just basically anything relating to video games. People are going to give it credit. That is my honest prediction.
And if you are into simulator games like I am, of course, they're gonna have more awesome simulation games out there on PC that's gonna be on Xbox. So, I mean, the simulator games, Adrian, is
Yeah.
incredible. I love the simulation games that they bring that came out. It's on Steam right now. All the great simulator games on Steam. We need that on Xbox. We need Steam on Xbox.
Yes, and that's exactly
Microsoft.
what I was going to.
I was gonna say
Exactly, and that's it.
Microsoft. If you are hearing me, or if you look at this video, please put Steam on the Xbox.
I was going to say that was going to be the final topic before we wrap things up. Steam. Now, Steam has been just about the number one source when it comes to PC. I mean, every single time somebody states that they're playing a video game, it comes from Steam. So, Steam is really one of the biggest third party sites out there that allows players to get and play whatever game that they want. So, rumors are circulating now that apparently Steam is going to be integrated also with the console. Now, nothing has been confirmed just yet, and we don't know how that's going to work, but I'm sure Microsoft might find a way to do it. But if that's going to be the case, if they are going to be adding in Steam, if they're going to be putting that into the Xbox, My oh my, that's it. It's over for PlayStation. I'm sorry, because imagine all the games now you get to actually have with the Steam and also Xbox, and then not only that, but also there are a lot of video games that that are on Steam that you can't necessarily play with people on Xbox and vice versa. But it creates a barrier. But now, if they do add that Steam on the Xbox, that barrier is completely gone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be so excited once they put Steam on Xbox. They don't have it on PlayStation, and you know, it's the time right now, yes, for Microsoft to do it. I think they did it for Nintendo Switch too. I think we said that in the other broadcast, talking about that. Uh, but for Xbox, the new Xbox, Microsoft, you know what to do. Put that Steam in there because the game on Xbox is gonna be incredible with all the simulators and
Yeah,
all the games that we don't have on the consoles. You
right.
guys, we get to play the game on stream once we have the Steam. We will play that game. Get it. Put it in.
Yeah,
Put it in
and
Xbox.
and I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait. Which leads me to ask all of you who are watching this: what do you guys believe? Do you guys believe that this is going to be officially the time, the era for Microsoft to finally take back what's rightfully theirs, and that is the title of being the number one company for video games? Do you think Microsoft is finally going to be successful in making sure that they're going to gain all the credibility back with the fans that they lost back in 2013 and so on? And do you finally think that this is going to be the time for Microsoft to turn the tables, to finally be at the top of the ecosystem, the video game ecosystem, and finally beating Sony? Or vice versa, do you believe that this is yet again another trip on the road? And do you believe that perhaps maybe Microsoft is just wasting their time, that they are looking to just once again completely fail? And do you believe that maybe this could perhaps be the final time that Microsoft basically makes a console?
That is a good
So we are
question.
asking all the great audience members. Yes, I mean, but let me ask you then. I mean, I'll ask you right here, right now. I mean, what do you believe? Either or.
Oh, yeah, I love both, but I'm gonna say that this is gonna be Xbox time to shine because yeah, Microsoft is gonna rise above PlayStation. That's my
Yes.
final prediction right now.
Yeah, and you know, listen. I mean, it's bittersweet because again, I like PlayStation in a way. I don't necessarily like the newer side of PlayStations, if I'm being honest with you, from the PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. But I still have that respect for Sony because again, PlayStation 1 and 2. I mean, despite the fact that I'm still Team Xbox, I'm never gonna deny the fact that it was PlayStation that got me into video games. It was the PlayStation 1 and then into the PlayStation 2 that really got me hooked in video games. Had it not been for PlayStation, I probably would have never even had an Xbox, if we're being honest with you, because I would have probably never even played video games and I would have not been interested. Who knows? But PlayStation is what hooked me when I was a kid. When I was 4 years, 5 years old, or whatever, started playing the video games back then. So it's bittersweet. I love PlayStation
Yeah.
in that aspect. But I also want to see them go downhill and see Xbox finally, you know, take take the cake and just basically raise the flag and tell everyone, hey, we're number one now. We're the ones who are dominating the video game ecosystem. But listen, at the end of the day, though, regardless, though, I think you and I can agree, though, if you really think about it. At the end of the day, it's just going to be up to the consumer. I mean, this is
Yeah.
all empty rhetoric here. I mean, despite the fact that I truly believe Xbox should take it, it's all empty rhetoric because at the end of the day, it's just going to be up to you. Whether if you want a PlayStation 6 or a 5 or whatever, whether if you want a
Or
Series X
both.
or the new Xbox coming out, or even both, exactly.
Because
It's
I
just
know
going to
what
be up
I'm
to
gonna
you.
do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get both PlayStation and Xbox. I mean, yes, I betrayed PlayStation after PS Vita and went straight Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and for some reason I got both Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So it may be the same getting the new Xbox and PlayStation 6. So for me, yes,
Yeah,
just
and
like
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with also doing both. I mean, I know things can get a little competitive and heated and all that stuff, but you also have to agree
Yeah.
that really just have fun. Just honestly have fun with the console you choose. If you want a PlayStation, if you want an Xbox, or if you want both, it's just for your enjoyment. It is all for you. It is for what you want, and it's for what you believe is the most convenient for you. So for many people, it is Xbox, and for many others, it is PlayStation, and for a lot of others as well, it is both. And so that's one thing that we also have to agree on. How we also don't want to go too over our heads and start claiming victory
Yeah.
and owning people who have PlayStation. We're better than that. We have more class than that. So if you have, if you're a PlayStation fan, absolutely more power to you. But I'm excited for it though. I mean, it's going to be something new. It's going to be something fresh, and I think it's going to be something that will definitely keep a lot of people with their eyes open. And it's just going to be a very interesting time. And I think these next 2 years are very going to be much. They're very much going to be revolutionary.
I'm
Um,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say revolutionary because we have GTA 6 in 2026, and then we have the new Xbox in 2027.
I was gonna say I'm excited and looking forward to it. My wallet's not gonna be happy about it, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's worth it, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have any final comments concerning the whole new Xbox coming out in 2027?
It's going to be exciting. All new games. Graphic wise, gameplay wise. The feel of the controllers, what the controller's going to be looking like, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the new system is going to be to be like in 2027. It's 27,
Yes.
27 they come out, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be 2027. I thought it was 2026 at first, but according to what it states, it's going to be 2027 from what's going to be from what it shows here. So, yeah, 2027. So again, these 2 years are going to be very critical when it comes to the gaming side of things. I mean, I think GTA 6 is going to just wipe the sales. I think it's going to be an unbelievable video game, and I
Oh,
think,
yes.
yeah, I mean, GTA 5, if you remember back in 2013, it what garnered $1 billion in revenue in the first week or so. I don't know. Um, so it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be critical, it's going to be crucial, and it's definitely going to be revolutionary. But simply put, for the Xbox, I'm excited for it, and I honestly want Xbox to succeed, and I truly think, at least for now, this could be the major shift that Microsoft was looking into.
I think I agree with you 100%, Andrew. I think this is the thing that they need to get a win over Sony, over PlayStation.
Yes, it honestly is. Um, like I said, I think Sony, like, it's just bittersweet. I want Sony to continue for sure, but I also want Xbox to be number one.
Oh, Sony's not going to throw in a towel either. I mean, they're going to continue
Oh no,
fighting
not at
for
all.
sure. But yeah, it's the time that Xbox get that win over PlayStation 5, PlayStation 6. I think PlayStation 6 supposed to come out next year too. I'm not sure.
Yes. PlayStation 6 apparently also, I believe it's going to be coming out in 2026. I got to check on that, but if not, then certainly around the 2027 and 2028 timeframe.
Yeah.
But anyways, listen, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in for the Network podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and again, if you have any comments or opinions, any differential opinions, and feel free to just make sure to comment below. We'd like to hear it. If you're an Xbox fan, absolutely be vocal about it, and if you're a PlayStation fan, do the same too. I mean, what do you think? And just be expressive about it. But with that said, everybody, again, thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And T, before we go, just know that we have more episodes to come, and it's going to be very, very fascinating with the topics that we have in store soon.
Yeah, and you guys don't want to miss out. Just sit back, relax, eat some popcorn, and enjoy the ride for this podcast.
Yeah. I can't wait. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, thanks everybody for joining us here tonight for the Network podcast. For T, I'm Adrian Matt. By the way, T, go ahead and take us home.
Happy belated birthday, Adrian, and stay
Oh,
geeked!
thanks.